Died in the office of Fred Luongo with the young communications major. Is that your
Correct.
official title?
Correct. Would you introduce yourself?
I am Fred Luongo, DDS, class of '79, University of Buffalo Dental School.
Okay. First, what sparked your interest in dentistry and the medical field?
I had a really bad first dentist, and all my fillings had to be replaced. And I fell in love with my new dentist, who replaced every filling. He was such a compassionate man, I fell in love with the business.
Okay.
Unlike your dentist.
What school or schools did you attend while working on your degree?
I went to St. Bonaventure University on academic scholarship from Bishop Timon High School. And then I was one of 88 out of 2,000 applicants to get in the University of Buffalo in 1975, the class of '79.
Okay. How long after schooling was it before you started your own practice, and how long have you been running your own practice?
A year. I associated for a year, and then I started my own practice and went in debt for about $70,000 with no patients, and that was in 1980. That's a scary thought. Coming up with that kind of money in loans, and I was moonlighting. I'd work for other dentists during the day, and then I would come and work on my practice at night. And that was like 6 years before I started seeing light.
Okay. What or who was your biggest professional influence?
Probably my first dentist was the biggest influence that I had. He was a very gentle man.
Earning a degree in medicine can be a difficult task. At any point, did you have doubts about what you wanted to do for a career?
The first year, everybody had doubts that they were going to make it through, actually. People were crying. It was so difficult.
Was it like that for you?
Of course. We had people that graduated from Ivy League schools that were humbled just like, the rest of us from smaller schools.
How much stress do you deal with on a daily basis when you're doing your work? And what is your best remedy to prevent burnout or an overload of stress?
My 4 in the morning runs are my tranquilizer of life. And when you start to get stressed, you think about you're the one in the chair as a patient, and you want the quality of care that you would want to receive. So you look at it that way, and maybe it's not stressing for you, but maybe it's stressing for that person in the chair.
Mm-hmm. You would say that physical activity keeps me
mentally
at an
sharp.
even keel.
And an even keel, yes. It's a great vent of pressure.
Technology continues to evolve in all medical fields. What are some of the newer gadgets that you've been able to acquire, or maybe some of the newer medicines that have come out?
The laser is probably the biggest breakthrough in dentistry, being able to do procedures without a shot. Opens a whole avenue of treatment, freedom of stress and strain for the patient.
And you own one here?
It's probably it. There's a CAD/CAM restorative machine that you can wand and produce a restoration, but in terms of patient comfort, the laser is probably the key invention for future dental treatment, periodontal and restorative.
You own one here at your practice?
Yes, I own one.
An expensive endeavor?
Inexpensive, yes.
A
lot of sacrifice for that.
What is the training like for these newer technologies, and how pricey can they really get?
Well, you have to commit to continuing education constantly for any type of new piece of equipment or procedure, whether it's implants, laser, there's or new techniques in endodontics. There's usually between $5,000 and $10,000 of commitment and additional equipment and continuing ed. And the laser was about $80,000 with courses and associated other things needed with it to get into the laser aspect of dentistry.
Well, great. Thank you very much.
That's it?
That's it.
We're not going to do a root canal without a shot on you? I mean, that would surely be a very, very interesting concept of case presentation.
I think we'll hold off on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, camera woman.